Investors are really confused about the signals in gold. They don't know what to do, rightfully so. We're getting mixed signals in the technical analysis. There's also a potential big warning sign in the long-term time frame for gold, but nothing has happened yet. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and months. So I'm here in Frankfurt right now at the German gold convention. You can see in the background people are in meetings right now. I actually just stepped out of the presentation. Obviously, this is the perfect setup to talk about gold. Let's jump right into the charts. So here we see the current gold price on the daily. And what can we say? It looks good. We see we broke the downtrend. That's very bullish. We had a strong run up, but as you can see right now, we're running into this blue resistance zone, and as of now, we are rejecting it. Obviously, a short-term correction after a strong up move of about $100 in the gold price would be completely normal. What are the target zones that we're looking at? The first small target zone would be this area right here, around 2632. But obviously, ideally, we would get a retest of this support zone that is now, that never really turned into a resistance zone. That's now again a support zone. We test it, we bounce off it, and off we go. That would be a buying opportunity. However, I would like to draw your attention to the weekly chart as well. But first, let's look at the daily. So, this is our chart 2024, and as you can see, it looks very good on the daily. We got the correction. We didn't even hit the double support zone. I told you that was a possibility. We saw it the last time. Gold didn't even hit the support of the lower end of the upwards channel, the yellow channel, the same way this has happened here in August. And we took off, kind of similar, few strong days right here, small consolidation, off we are. I expect the same thing. So going up, small consolidation, probably not even that far down, ideally to this zone right here, and then off we go. But let me show you something on the weekly that we need to keep in mind. As you can see on the weekly, as of now, and I told you before, don't judge the weekly before the week is over, but if this holds, we got a really strong weekly candle. But what we see right here is the potential, and I stress the word potential, of a head and shoulders formation. So let me go back to the daily. You can see it actually more, you see it way more clearly here. We got the one shoulder finished, we got the head finished, and there's a potential for the right shoulder. Now, head and shoulder formations are very powerful once they are completed. We are not completed yet. Even if we have a down move here, if we end up here, we're not breaking the neckline. This is not a head and shoulders. Head and shoulders fail about 50% of the time. But I want you to make you aware of this potential at this moment. This could happen. We need to keep this in mind. Obviously, if this would play out, it would trigger major downside to around 2,300 in the gold price. But again, we're not there yet. I'm just pointing it out for you so you put it on your alert list and watch it. Let's talk about silver. As you can see, silver significantly weaker than gold, and the reason is obvious. Gold is going up because of the geopolitical tension and geopolitical risk. It's a pure gold story. That makes gold a lot trickier to trade right now because we have a premium and it's probably $80 off the 100. that we went up, or $60 of the 100, just based on the tensions in Ukraine, with the US allowing the Ukrainians to use missiles on Russian territory. Once this geopolitical situation cools down, probably, as we've seen in the past, this premium will disappear from the gold price. So if you ask me, where would the downside for gold come from, the short-term downside, that's where it would come from. It would be the geopolitical premium being reduced because Russia is doing nothing, or they're basically doing a retaliatory airstrike against Ukraine. So silver looking weaker right now, but I still like silver, and I think this is a great buying opportunity if we get silver on weakness, and we can buy it in this area of around 30, 50, all the way down to 30. Maybe we go down all the way to the uptrend. I don't think so right now, because we haven't triggered it the last 2 times. So I think this will be the zone around 30.50, 30.60, where we would then start to form a bottom, but this is tempting. Interestingly enough, by the way, Palladium, real quick. Look at Palladium bouncing off the support zone right now. This has been the easiest trade in the book for a month. Look at this. If I roll out the chart, look how beautiful the support zone has held up. Every time, went in, big bounce. Went down to the support zone, bounce. Went into the support zone, big bounce. Down to the lower end, monster rally. Down to the support zone, bounce. This is the easiest trade in the book so far. If Palladium corrects down to the support zone, you buy it, you trade it. Now let's take a look at the miners. They look weak. Obviously, that always happens. Overall, markets are nervous. They're watching on the Nvidia earnings, so the miners are out of favor. We look okay right now, as long as we don't go below 34.30 in the Global X Silver Miners ETF. The situation stays bullish, and then GDXY, which I really like for the junior gold miners, as you know, this looks quite interesting. Yes, we were not able to break this resistance zone, which has been in place for a long time. As you can see, you see how severe this is, right? This goes way back all the way to 2020, and it now held for the 3rd time. It's completely normal. The overall scenario stays bullish. Higher lows, higher highs. If we get a correction, let it be all the way down to like a double bottom at the blue support zone around 44.50. That's fine, that's still bullish. That would then be the ideal scenario to basically gain the strength for the big breakout. And once the GDXJ breaks this resistance zone, we're gonna be off to the races, because people are massively under invested in gold, and especially in the gold miners. But the interest is starting to pick up, and I can see it here at this German gold convention. I've been going to it for years, and this is the highest amount of attendees I have seen in years. So the interest is starting to pick up. This is a really important indicator. That's one of the reasons why I go to these conventions. You can feel the sentiment very well. It's changing. We might be a little bit early. It might take the market another 6 months or so to fully get it, but you can feel it's coming. That's it for today. Talk to you maybe tomorrow from the gold convention again. Maybe on Monday. We'll see what time allows. But the most important thing, have a great weekend in case we don't talk and see us before. Bye-bye.